Right guys, I thought I'd have another go at this sticker board. So here's the backing all glued up and dried. So what I've done is I'll take it into the garage and just show you. I have cut some 70mm bars to make the surround for the front, because then I'm going to stick a piece of acrylic in it and hopefully have it so it illuminates through the back. So what I've done is I have biscuited the ends from the 2 bottom bars and then the sides for the 2 top bars. So I'm now going to glue that together and leave it to dry, and then I'll come back and show you that up to there. Right guys, this has been going on too long, this project now, so I want to try and get this finished. It's been a little bit hectic over the last couple of weeks, so I haven't really had a chance to get onto it. The last you see me do was obviously glue and clamp the front frame up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rebate out, I don't know if you can see on there, I've got a small palm router and I've got a rebating piece. I'm going to rebate out the inner edge. The reason being is because I want to stick this acrylic in the front as a screen. I think I may have made a bit of a boo-boo. I ordered this off the internet, and me thinking 10mm be nice and strong, but didn't think about the weight. So unfortunately I ordered 10mm thick acrylic, and I think it might be a little bit heavy, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in because that's what I've got. But in theory, once it's set in the frame and sealed and pinned in, it should actually add strength to the frame, so it shouldn't be too bad. I just need to make sure that the actual unit is on the wall well screw, because obviously the extra weight. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to rebate this. I'll have to do it in a couple of different passes, because obviously we can't rebate out 10mm in one hit. So I'll rebate that out, and then we'll cut the acrylic to fit, and then we'll get it all fitted in and sealed. So right, okay, I'm just going to turn the extraction on to get rid of some of the dust, and we'll get on from there. Always remember folks, if you're cutting any MDF or any timber really, always wear a mask, because the dust ain't good for you, and if it gets in your lungs, you're gonna, it's not now, it's later on in life, so just remember to look after yourselves. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So what I've done now is I've rebated this in a 10mm deep. So we'll now cut the acrylic to fit, and then what I'll do is, once I've got the acrylic to fit, I'll put a trimming edge top and bottom, just basically to locate it onto the frame, and then we'll be able to locate it or fix it in place with just a couple of screws, and then we can get it painted so it's ready for final fit. So let's get the acrylic cut. Just zoom you back out. Let's get the acrylic cut ready for fitting. What I'll do is I'll cut the acrylic on the bandsaw. I think that'll be the easiest way. Right, so what we've got to do is, because when you router, you get, I don't know if you can see them, you get obviously the round bit here where the router bit's gone. So I've got two options. Option number one is I chisel that out and square it, but I always think it looks better to leave it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round the polycarbonate or acrylic, whatever you want to call it, to suit the corners. So I'll just get the belt sander and just round them off, and then get them to fit. Turn this extraction off. So what I'll do is, see that now fits. The width is good. The width is good. So what we've got to do is we've just got to round the corners to suit. So if I get a belt sander, I normally just use a little belt sander, a little 3-inch belt sander, or 2-inch I think it is actually. Just to round the corners off, just so it fits nice. The other two, and then she'll be ready. So we'll let that dry, and then we'll get the base out and sand the base down. Take that out, put that somewhere safe. So that's the top ready for paint. Just need to let that dry a little bit. So we'll get the base out. Right, so as you can see, the base is all done now. It just needs to be sanded up on the outside to be finished. I'll get sanded up. Again, don't forget your mask. Right guys, all sanded, ready for paint. So what I'll do is I will get some white undercoat and a small roller and just give it a quick roll over. I'm not going to do the back because, like I say, it's going to be screwed against the wall, so you're not going to see it, so I'm not worried about that. So I'm just going to do the edges, top, front, or the inner edge, and then the base. So I'll get a roller and some white undercoat, and we'll get a coat slapped on it. Morning guys, as you can see, I've painted all these off camera. I didn't want to bore you with the details of painting, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the acrylic in before I go to work today, so it's hopefully dry enough to carry on with tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a thin bead of sealant all the way around the edge and just lay it in and put a little bit of weight on it just to hold it down, and then over the day it should hold. Right folks, it's been left all day, over 9 hours now, so we'll put this away and we'll see what it'll come out like. going to do is, where I've got a little bit of sealant around the edge, I'm just going to run the knife around it just to cut it out really. It should peel off like that. Right, so what I've got for the LEDs is I have got a 5 metre length of addressable LEDs, so they should colour change and do all different patterns to give it a bit more character. A addressable LED controller and a 12 volt power supply. It's only a little 2 amp power supply, it's nothing heavy. So they're what I've got. I'm going to affix this to the inside of the frame, and I'm going to do that by using hot glue or hot glue gun. So and then I'm going to hopefully be able to fix that to the side. But I've just noticed that the power supply comes out of the side, so that might not be feasible. Now I might have to put that somewhere else, so I don't know, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. So what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to run these lights around the inner ring, and then we can get it wired up. Alright, so I'm going to glue this around here with hot melt glue. Right, what I'll do before I get too carried away, I'll just make sure that it works. Well, it works. Right guys, what I've done is I've brought a jack plug at the bottom of the control unit. So, we'll see if it works. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll still work. Yep, perfect. So that means now I can mount it on the side there and still get my power into it, so I'm happy with that. So what we'll do now is I'll chase out the side here so I can bring the cable out, just in this little nick out of there, so I can bring the cable out of there, and then we can mount the control box and hopefully see what we can do with it. What I just want to show you guys quickly is how I've mounted the control panel on the side. You see me hot melt it on the side here. Obviously I brought the wires through, we moved the jack plug because obviously the jack plug originally was here, so I've extended the jack plug so we can plug it in down here, and then I just used a little cable tie, sticky pad cable tie holder just to hold the cables tidy. So that's how the side's mounted up, so nice and tidy, easy access. Well, there you go guys, the SK Krafts sticker board is now completed. This has been a long time in the making. Well, not a long time, 4.5 weeks, but to me that's a long time. It's been one of those jobs where you want to get on with it, but you're limited to what you can do in a period of time because of gluing times and paint times. I mean, obviously when I made the bottom, everything had to be glued together, pinned and glued. That has to be left to cure. Then when I made the frame, because I didn't want to make it out of one piece of MDF, I wanted to make it out like a strip frame. Again, that was all being glue time, and then there's sanding down and painting. You know, I mean, it all takes time, and there's curing time in between them. And plus, we was waiting for bits to come in the post. So no, I'm really pleased how it's turned out. It's turned out a lot better than I imagined. As any maker will know, when you have a an idea to make something, you need to have that picture in your head, and the picture in my head has been exceeded by the real thing, and it's turned out really well. I'm really happy the way it illuminates. That's turned out brighter than I expected, because I didn't think with just glowing into the internals or into the middle it would illuminate as much as it does, so I'm really pleased with that. No, I'm really glad how the whole thing's turned out, so I hope everybody enjoyed it and everybody liked it. I do apologise if it's not your thing, because sometimes we do things and not everybody like it, and I appreciate that, so I do apologise for that. But please don't go anywhere, because next week could be a project that you really enjoy, so please, you know, please stay and keep watching. So if you liked and enjoyed, please like and share. To all my subscribers, new and old, thank you so much for your support. The comments I got last week were absolutely overwhelming, as always, and I just appreciate that everybody or people take time to message me to comment on the products that I make or the items I make. So I really do appreciate that, and always try and reply straight away. So yeah, I appreciate that. So the good news is the channel's still growing gradually, and you know what I mean, like I said the other week, my goal was to hit 100 subscribers by Christmas, and I've done well over that before Christmas, so I am so pleased with how the channel's grown. So I really do appreciate it, and it's you guys that have made the channel grow, nobody else. So I appreciate that. So anyway, what I'll do at the end of this, I'll put a short video on of the illumination of the cabinet or sticker board, and also what I'll do is I've got a few maker stickers all ready to go on, so what I'll do is I'll stick those on and then take some stills. So anyway, that's this week's project. There'll be a fresh new project next week, so I want you guys to have a great weekend. Take care, speak to you soon, and bye for now. Speak to you next week.